We're eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. You'll notice a perfect unfolding as we're moving forward here today. You already have a sense of what we want to talk about with you. We want to help you get to the vibrational frequency that allows what you want. We want to help you tune to who you really are. We want you to not worry about anything that happens, because everything that is happening, we're just going to enjoy it ourselves for a minute. Everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you, everything that is happening to you is temporary. Because it's responding to your now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency, now frequency. So if there's something happening and you don't like it, you just got to change your now frequency. It really is as simple as that. And it really is more simple than you know. So, what do you want to talk about? Some things. Oh, it's going to be a really, really, really good day. Really, really, really good day. Really good day. Don't you love knowing that you have the ability to contour your vibration all day, every day into precisely that which will please you? And don't you love this cooperative universe that is showing you the components that are equaling the vibration that you've got going on? Don't you love knowing that there's no chance, there's no fate, there's no someone else pushing themselves into your experience? There's no assertion. There's no lack of control. You have complete control because you have the ability to think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens, and then think and feel and watch what happens. It's so wonderful to be in mindful, deliberate control of your own vibration. Because things are always working out for you, no matter how it looks at any point in time. Things are always working out for you. And as soon as you acknowledge that and begin deliberately applying your ability to think and feel, and then watch the cooperative, benevolent, loving universe say, here you go, just what you ask for. Here you go, just what you ask for. Oh, didn't mean to ask for that. Well, here you go. Just what you asked for. Didn't mean to ask for that either. Well, here you go. Just what you asked for. Maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe I need to rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it and rethink it and refeel it. Here you go. Just what you asked for. Much better. So what this conversation really is about the power of the vibration, the power of the energy, the power of the law of attraction, and just sort of letting it ride out. Esther, what comes to her mind every time we say that was being in Estes Park with the grandchildren on a big slide, and the reluctance that Kate felt about going down the slide, and she kept turning around, maybe wanting to get up, maybe wanting to walk back down the stairs, which seemed more of a problem to Esther than the slide. So Esther just nudged her just a little over the edge, because she knew that once the momentum took her, the debate about whether to stay or go was over. She is going. And she wasn't going to turn around mid-slide. Esther had seen enough to know what was going to happen. So as you hold that thought in your mind and you realize the futility of once the law of attraction has a hold of your active vibration and is often running with it, you might as well just relax and enjoy the ride, or not enjoy it. But just give up the struggle, because the struggle just makes it worse. That's what you said. It just gets worse and worse and worse. But then do your creating in advance. First of all, we want to say that it is the most normal thing in the world to be a clear desire of something and to be looking right at its opposite and not feel negative emotion. Of course, you're going to feel negative emotion. And we also want to say, and we want all of you to hear this, write it down and remember it and use it as an opportunity to let yourself off the hook on a really regular basis. Negative emotion is guidance too. Negative emotion is guidance too. It's like the bumps on the side of the road. Esther really appreciates the bump on the side of the road that lets her know she was drifting and not paying attention. Negative emotion lets you know that you're drifting vibrationally and that it's going to get worse before it gets better unless you are aware of it and are then deliberately practicing something different. So what are we saying? Feel the negative emotion. Don't panic and try to do something about it right now, because there is a certain momentum in it. But once that momentum subsides, and it will, because you can't keep your attention on that subject consistently for very long unless you have somebody really willing to chew negatively with you, and most people are bored by the things that are bothering you. Once the momentum subsides, then chill out, relax, go general. And if you can go general, you can get off the subject and you'll feel better. But it doesn't change the vibration of that subject. So now you've left it right where it was, and there's a very real probability that it's going to show up again. So once it subsides, then you want to prepave it in general terms and take it to another place. So we want to just amplify, just for the juice in it, just a little bit, about how it did get worse and worse. Because first you were disappointed, and then you were a little frustrated with yourself, and then you were blaming of them. And so under those conditions, even though there may be someone in that establishment that has the experience to help you and to let it be the simple process that it could be, you don't have access to them, because your vibration is in such a place that the universe is going to deliver to you more that exaggerates where you are than helps where you are. Isn't that interesting? So, Abraham, I have a problem. Are you saying that the universe isn't going to give me the solution to my problem? And we say, the problem and the solution are different frequencies. So if your experience has you focused on the problem, the solution is avoiding you. That's why you get people that don't know what they're doing. What they tell you isn't right. What they sell you isn't right. In other words, it does just get worse and worse, because the problem and the solution are different frequencies. So how can I, standing right in the middle of all of this exasperating experience, how can I become a vibrational match to the solution? Well, you got to go general. You got to get off the specifics of it. Negative emotion is not a bad thing. It's a clarifying thing. Sometimes the bounce that you take is so extraordinary that which sort of speaks to why you were willing to come forth into this physical body to begin with. You didn't say, I'm going to go forth because everything's just going to be perfect down there and everybody's going to get, my nest is going to be so feathered and I'm just going to go and just observe and just limply be happy. You said, I'm going to dig in. I'm going to decide what I want. I'm going to define what I want. Some of the things that I'm going to want are going to be really, really strong. Some things are going to happen that are going to make me have a desire that is so big that when I figure out how to create a grid that allows it, when the bigness fills into my grid, it's way more exciting than when the littleness fills into my grid. Yeah. So now we're explaining to you. Stay with us. You're really going to like this. By the end of this day, you will understand this. And as you move forward in the next few days, things that you've been wanting will be realities, and you will understand it's because your vibration is shifted as a result of this understanding. So just softly listen and enjoy this explanation. So we've been talking recently about this vortex, and now we're telling you that where you stand, because of what you think and how you feel, you are creating a vibrational grid. It's like a framework of things that will fill in with manifestation. We'll fill in with more abundance. We'll fill in with more vitality. We'll fill in with more friends. We'll fill in with each and every detail of all of the things that you've been asking for that are right now, some of them, only a vibrational reality. And since you've been saying, Abraham, I appreciate the concept of the vibrational reality. I'll even go along with you and call it the vortex of creation. But until some of that stuff starts manifesting, I'm not feeling very excited about the concept of the vortex. And we say, well, then let's marry it with the concept of the grid. And as you prepare a vibrational nucleus, the contents of the vortex will flow right in and fill in your grid. Not all at once. You wouldn't want that. You don't want to eat all the food that you're going to eat for the rest of this life today, do you? You really don't. You want it to come incrementally and satisfyingly, but you don't want it all today. And you don't want the contents of your vortex to download into your experience all today. You don't. You want it to come incrementally, You want it to come naturally. You want it to be the next logical step. You want it, in fact, don't worry about it because it can't come otherwise. You want it to come when you're ready for it. And that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about how can you be ready for what you're asking for? Because almost all of you would say, I'm ready now. I'm ready to win the lottery. It's why I buy tickets every day. I'm ready to find my lover. I'm ready. And we say, if you are ready, it's happened. And if it hasn't happened, you're not ready. So what are you going to do to get ready? You got to stop doing that thing that you do that keeps you from being ready. I got to stop doing that thing I do that keeps me from being ready. What do you mean? You know, talking about the absence of what you want. That's that thing you do that keeps you from being ready. You don't mean to, but you keep practicing the vibration of the absence of what you want. And you got to cut that out. Well, that means I have no friends left. Because that's pretty much what we all talk about. Can't watch television, it's what they talk about. So what do? And we say, first just accept that what you want is there. And that all you have to do is prepare yourself vibrationally. And just like water flows downstream, it will begin flowing into your experience. And then try just a little bit some of the things that we'll be talking about here today. And watch how some of those things that have been holding out begin coming in. And as you acknowledge, I can see how my deliberate effort, we use that word very softly, my deliberate effort, my deliberate focus, my deliberate caring about feeling good, so I deliberately contoured my thoughts into more general thoughts that felt better. I can see how this manifestation is a direct response of that. A direct response. And then, it's really nice if you pay attention to all things that come, wanted and unwanted, because it's all the same. When something really wonderful happens, Esther would say, as these concepts were new to her, I did that. She just felt exhilarated. She could see the trail. And when something unwanted happens, she says, I did that. I did that too. We have enjoyed this interaction a lot. It has been a leading edge conversation where a lot of you have come into a new place of understanding. You feel like you've got something that you can go home with and apply. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, the things that we would have gotten that we feel that we could go home and apply are these. I can control the way I feel regardless of what's going on, and I seek to do that because the way I feel is everything. My emotions let me know my relationship with everything that I want. And when I control my emotion, I control my relationship with everything that I want. There is no other factor that exists anywhere in my time-space reality or elsewhere that affects the way things come to me or don't. I am singularly responsible and singularly in control of everything that happens in my experience. I have the ability to look at what is in a way that doesn't please me, or I have the ability to look at what is in a way that does please me. Whether I'm focused, past, present, or future, I'm doing it all right now. And my relationship with the opinion of my source on those same subjects is active within me right now and giving me feedback. When I feel exhilaration, I am in complete harmony with the opinion of my source. And the opinion of my source is what? What is the opinion of my source? What is it that source is really reaching for with me? What does source most want relative to me? Source wants me to be the recipient of everything that I've been asking for. And source is so determined that I will have that success, that source never strays from an understanding or from a focus upon exactly what I am wanting. So much so that my emotion lets me know when someone has strayed. And every single time, it's me. And I know what to do about it now. Go general. The more specific I get, the more I stray. The more general I get, the more I come back into alignment. So I'm going to come into alignment and then I'll stray a little. And then I'll come into alignment and I'll stray a little until I have tuned my frequency to the frequency of source, to the opinion of source, to the knowing of source, to the expectation of source on everything that is important.